Hi guys, this is Maha, your English language teacher and IELTS trainer, and you're watching me on English Show Canada, the YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to take you over the IELTS Writing Task 1, and we're going to be looking at how to write a letter of complaint. Before we begin, please don't forget to follow me on facebook.com/English Show Canada, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, English Show Canada. So let's get started. All right, so it's the IELTS Writing Task 1. It's a letter of complaint, and the task basically, so what we're going to do is we're going to read the question, and I'm going to help you brainstorm and then give you ideas on how to write the best letter. All right, so the first task over here is your next door neighbor likes to listen to music late at night. Because of the loud music, you often lose sleep. Write a letter to the building manager, and in your letter, describe the situation, explain the problem it is causing you, and offer at least one solution. So these are three things that the letter is asking you to do. And if you do not address all three of them, then the examiner will consider this as task not achieved. So make sure all these three things are addressed. All right, so let's go to the next slide. All right, so here. Okay, so what is the task asking you to do? All right, so it is a letter of complaint. You have to write a minimum of 150 words. You can go up to 185 words. Personally, I don't like to go over 190. Then you have to explain the situation. You have to speak about what the problem is, and or what the problem, that situation is causing for you. So why is that loud music disturbing you? And the third is to offer a solution which you think is the best. Okay. So describing the situation, your neighbors are noisy. They're making a lot of noise at night. They're playing loud music. That is disturbing you because you have to wake up early for work, and maybe because of that, you are not able to get to work on time. And then they also listen to loud music at night, and that's why they're noisy, right? And it's disturbing. Now, to further explain the situation and the problems that it is causing you, so your sleep gets disturbed, you're not able to wake up on time, like I mentioned in the previous slide, and you get late to work, and maybe you're getting into trouble with your manager or with your boss. The third part of your task is to offer a solution. So even though you're writing a letter of complaint, it's always best to offer a solution. And the only solution that I can think of is that management can actually get in touch with that neighbor and remind them that, hey, you know what, after 10 p.m., no loud music. And at the same time, the manager can also inform all the other tenants that please try to keep the noise down after 10 p.m. because people like to sleep. So you always begin your letter with a greeting and then a reason for writing at the same time. So here you can choose any name that you wish. It could be like Michael, Adam, Sandra, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. And because you're writing to the building manager, so it's kind of like a formal letter. So please make sure that you've got the Mr. or the Miss put in correctly at the same time. So here's the letter for you. I will let the computer type it up and then I'll read it out for you, okay? So dear Mr. Michael, or choose any other name that you wish, that you like. And you know, sometimes last minute you can't think of names, so it's best to make a list of names that you would want to use in the letter, okay? So that's a very good practice to have, is to look up a lot of different names and then use them in the letter. So, greeting was dear Mr. Michael, and then you get straight to the point. There is no point writing, how are you? Hope all is well. How's it going? It's not an informal letter. You're not writing to a friend or to a family member. So get very straight to the point in your formal letters. And here it goes. I'm a resident of building 345 Cooksett Street. So it's good to have an address of the building because maybe the manager is managing other buildings in the area as well. And then also best to mention the apartment number. So I'm a resident of building 345 Cook Street, comma, apartment 29, full stop. I have been living here for the last 5 years as a very responsible tenant, and I'm very respectful of my neighbors. The computer is typing too slow. And I'm very respectful of my neighbors in this building. Full stop. Oopsie. And now you explain the situation, right? So last month, a new tenant in apartment moved into apartment 30, which is right next door to me. She seems like a very nice person, but has a habit of listening to music late at night, often after midnight. The music is very loud, and I can easily hear it from my bedroom. It makes it very difficult for me to sleep. I have to get up early in the morning at 5:30 a.m. in order to get to work on time. And for the past few weeks, I have been late. This is a serious problem as this is jeopardizing my job. So you've started off by explaining the situation and saying that a new person has moved in. So you've already laid grounds in your letter, and you're giving them the benefit of the doubt that maybe the management did not tell the new neighbor about the timings for making noises or listening to music, right? And you're also saying at the same time that she's a nice person. So instead of saying, "Oh, I don't like my neighbor," or "I'm really angry," let's try to be a little nice, right? So you say that she's a nice person, and maybe that neighbor is related to the manager. So you have to be careful as well, right? So be polite always and say that she's a nice person, but she listens to music, and especially after midnight. And why is that a problem? That music is loud, and you can hear it in your bedroom, and then you can't fall asleep. And if you cannot sleep, you can't get up in the morning at 5:30. And if you don't get up in the morning at 5:30, that means that you get late to work. And this is becoming a big problem because your job is at risk. All right. So the next thing is you offer them a solution. All right. And again, like we mentioned, that the solution is for the building management to get in touch with the neighbor. So it's always good to have the name of the second person that you want to write about as well. And again, think of different names. And so since Anna is new to the building and maybe she's not aware of the building rules, especially about the music at night or the noise at night, I would like to request you. This is very important. I would like to request you to speak to her and inform her about the situation. Also, maybe you could post a notice in the lobby as a reminder for the other tenants. And then you sign off by ending the letter, the closing. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. And you put down your name. All right. So there's no point writing yours sincerely, yours faithfully, and all that stuff. You can put in like kind regards or best regards or looking forward to hearing back from you very soon, something of that sort. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to English All Canada on English All Canada's YouTube channel. Also, please do like and share my Facebook page, the Instagram, the LinkedIn, and send me an email if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.